Ever wonder how some fantasy managers always seem to pull off those surprise wins, especially when their star players are not even having big games? It often comes down to a secret weapon, something you can learn too. Spotting an opponent's favorable defensive matchup is all about identifying which defensive units struggle most against specific player positions, giving your players a better chance to shine. It is a critical skill for setting your weekly lineup and gaining an edge over your competition. Defenses are not created equal, and even strong defenses can have weak spots. This can happen due to injuries to key players, a defensive scheme that is vulnerable to certain offensive play styles, or simply a lack of talent at a particular position. Understanding these vulnerabilities is key to exploiting them. First, dive into opponent statistics. Look at how many fantasy points their defense allows to quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends specifically. Pay close attention to recent trends, focusing on the last 3 for weeks rather than season-long averages, because defensive performance can change quickly due to various factors. Next, check injury reports for the opposing defense. A starting cornerback or a key defensive lineman being out can significantly weaken their unit against certain positions, creating a golden opportunity for your players. Also, consider the defensive scheme. Some teams play a lot of zone defense, which can be exploited by quarterbacks who excel at finding open receivers in seams or by strong route running wide receivers. Other teams might be vulnerable to the run, creating a favorable matchup for your running backs. Finally, think about the projected game script. If a team is expected to be trailing by a lot, they might be forced to pass more, creating opportunities for their wide receivers and quarterbacks against a defense that could be tired or playing softer coverage. An insider tip is to check advanced metrics like defense adjusted value over average, also known as DVOA. This statistic from Football Outsiders accounts for the situation and opponent strength, giving you a more accurate picture of a defense's true performance against different positions. For example, a defense with a high DVOA against the run is strong, while a low DVOA means they are weak in that area. By consistently analyzing these factors, you move beyond just starting your best players. You actively seek out situations where your players have the highest probability of exceeding expectations, maximizing your weekly point total, and helping you dominate your fantasy league. This strategic approach transforms your lineup decisions from guesswork into calculated wins.